Howdy, folks. I'm 16 sparkly stars, splendidly shining serene starlight.
I'm Amber.
And here is more splendid starlight for us to shine. Folks, also earlier this week, I was like, we have 17. We don't. We have 16. I don't know how to count. I don't know what to tell you.
It's my fault because I was counting based on the number of days until actual Christmas, forgetting that we record the episode the day before.
Yeah. So there you have it, folks. All blame to go around. Let's get started. Alright, folks, and our first letter is titled, Am I a Jerk for Telling My Brother That He Cannot Stay With Me Over Christmas If He Brings His Prosthetic Leg? My younger brother has a prosthetic leg. I think that it's creepy, and I have no idea where he got it. I'm reasonably certain that it's something that I would rather not know. To be clear here, my brother has two perfectly healthy legs still attached to his body. He just has this thing that he takes with him everywhere. I don't know why. I don't want to know why. Before you ask, yeah, it's probably a mental health thing. He wanted to stay with me rather than our parents while he was visiting home for the holidays. I said that he was welcome to stay here as long as he doesn't bring that thing into my house. He said that it wasn't that big of a deal and that he would leave it in his luggage. I agreed on the condition that if I saw it outside of his luggage in my home, then I had the right to destroy it. He backtracked on staying with me and is at our parents' house, where he is miserable. They still treat him like a little boy instead of a guy who's almost 30. He called me again after supper and asked to please stay with me. I said that he could as long as we, together, took his thing and put it into a storage unit until he leaves. I get the key. He won't do it. He says that I am being a bee for not letting him stay with me. I think that he needs to get therapy or medication, or both, or a girlfriend, boyfriend, dog, cat, hamster, something. Just not a prosthetic leg. Alright, folks, what do you think of this one?
Yeah, I don't think OP is in the wrong, but I have so many questions. Like, first of all, how did the brother obtain a prosthetic leg? Because you can't just walk into a store and walk out with a prosthetic leg.
Yeah.
Like, these things are very expensive
They
and
are.
customized to a specific person's needs. This whole situation it sketches me out really. Like, I mean, it's possible this showed up at a thrift store or something like that. Like, I could see that happening, but aside from that, all the other options are really horrifying, and I'm not like...
Well, let's just assume that he didn't obtain it through any horrifying means, right? This is either something that maybe a friend passed away and left him with, or maybe he obtained it by buying it off of somebody. I mean, there's a lot of different options on how he obtained this leg. I honestly don't know if I want to know the answer to this either, but it's a very strange situation. Certainly, if they think that this is a mental health struggles thing, then the brother does need to probably seek mental health.
Well, that's the thing, that would be my immediate recommendation, is to see if the brother would be interested in some sort of mental health service. And actually, I know OP doesn't want to know about the leg, but I think they need to have a conversation about where the leg came from.
Yeah.
Because if it is a way of dealing with grief, grief counseling is different for, there are all kinds of different forms of counseling for different needs. Talk to the brother, find out what role the leg is serving in his life so that hopefully he can get the appropriate type of mental health care.
Yeah, and I think, again, this is not to, have a play on words, because no pun intended, but it's a crutch for him, it seems like, right? And it's certainly something that he is using that he doesn't necessarily need, and we don't know what role that's filling in his life. And there are a lot of healthy ways to deal with certainly things in your life, and this doesn't seem like necessarily the most unhealthy way of dealing with stress or whatever, right? Sometimes people also carry around odd objects with them for comedic purposes. Like, if this is the case with this leg, then that could be something that he's doing. Maybe he's trying to use it as kind of like a prop in some kind of comedy. But it makes me question if that's the case, just because of how attached he seems to be to the leg. He's not willing to leave it behind, right? So I think that there is probably more to it than just this.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's some important role that it's filling in his life, and while it's not inherently wrong to use, a prosthetic leg. Like, as in any other comfort item, it also, for example, is grief. Is there a smaller token or memento of this person that he might be able to carry around that could provide the same level of comfort? I don't think the brother is in the wrong for wanting to carry this around, assuming that this is just some sort of run-of-the-mill mental health type struggles he's dealing with. He's not in the wrong for wanting that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if any of them are jerks here.
No, and I also think that this would be grounds to make somebody uncomfortable, right? Right. There are a lot of questions here. There are a lot of ways that he could have obtained this leg that don't necessarily give people the warm fuzzies, and I certainly can understand people jumping to the to conclusions here. But I also think that there are much more unhealthy ways of dealing with stress in life, and he's kind of picked one that may be odd, but isn't necessarily wrong. And so I don't really blame anybody here, but I do think that it's a odd situation, and I think that he does need to work towards finding some kind of coping mechanism, maybe beyond this leg, because this may end up causing him more problems and more alienation in the long run, just because it's something that might make a lot of people uncomfortable. But let me know what you folks think. So anyhow, take care and good luck. Alright folks, and our next letter is titled, Am I a Jerk for Crying When Receiving a Dollar Store Necklace and a Ring from My Boyfriend? Okay, some backstory. We have been together for 2 years, so this is our second Christmas together. We are both over 40, highly successful in our careers, so money is not an issue. He asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I said a piece of jewelry, and for my birthday, he made me a picture book, and I got an IOU present, the same as last year, that never has appeared. Well, last year's Christmas gift was also an IOU that was never bought. I told him then that I wish he would give me something that I could wear every day. Before Christmas, he took me to a jewelry store to look at some things and said that everything was too expensive, and if I wanted, I could buy it myself. Anyhow, come around to Christmas this morning, and we celebrate on the 24th. I have bought stockings like last year full of small gifts like face cream, books, candy, and things that he likes. My stocking has an IOU for a facial that he was gifted, a kitchen utensil, candy from the living room table, and a cheap Dollar Tree necklace and a ring in a plastic bag. I got really upset and I started crying, and it feels like he's making a joke out of me and that he's not taking this relationship seriously. Do you think that I am overreacting? Alright folks, what do you think?
No, I don't think OP is overreacting here. I mean, I think it's very clear that her partner is not putting in much effort when it comes to gifts, and it seems like she's tried to express to him what she's looking for, and it just really makes me wonder, are good things in this relationship to continue with it?
Yeah, I mean, certainly giving out IOUs is one thing if it happens every once in a while where you're like, oh, I ordered something and it's coming, but it's not here yet. Whereas this seems more like he never thinks to actually get OP the gift, and he's just fine with giving OP IOUs that you'll never be able to collect on.
Right. Well, one of my favorite, I still have this. So one year for Christmas, my dad bought us cameras, and they didn't arrive on Christmas. So what we got in our Christmas stocking was a little card my dad hand drew with a picture of a camera letting us know it was coming. But which was cute because then we actually get the camera and we have my dad's little hand-drawn cards.
Yeah.
But if he had just never actually intends to follow through and just like makes these promises hoping OP's gonna forget, that's not a cool thing to do.
Yeah. So I think that this is a situation that you two need to really sit down and have a heart-to-heart about. Tell him your expectations for a relationship. It's nice to get an actual gift for the holidays or for birthdays or something like that, and that this is part of your love language, and that you like to receive gifts, and actually meaningful, thoughtful gifts, not a Dollar Tree necklace and ring. I think that those are fine gifts to get maybe a little kid, because a little kid is probably going to be ecstatic about something like that. Oh, look, I got like some fancy jewelry, but you're not a small child who is easily amused, so...
Right, well, and even if money is an issue and he can't afford like gold jewelry or something like that, they do have affordable and nice looking costume jewelry. So Like, there are other things that he could have done. It seems also very low effort to just grab something from the Dollar Tree that's designed for children and expect that to be an acceptable gift for OP.
Well, and that's it, is that this doesn't seem to be about money. And I'm not saying that all gifts should be about money, but he's not even making something for OP. He's not putting together some kind of effort and being like, I couldn't afford something this year, so I made you this gift or something like that, right?
Like, it would have been one thing if he did like let's say for example, an at-home spa, because she mentioned the facial thing, and like got her maybe not expensive, but just made a little spa basket for her with like all those little things. Like, you can do things affordably that still have the thought behind them. This just seems thoughtless, like random kitchen utensil, candy from the counter. Like, it seems like he just went through the house, threw a bunch of things in the stocking, and called it good.
Yeah, and that's really what it seems like. It seems like he kind of panicked at the last minute and was like, I forgot to get her anything, so let's give her something. This isn't a fork, it's a back scratcher, I promise you.
That reminds me of the Garfield Christmas special.
It does. But let me know what you folks think. So anyhow, take care and good luck. And Suspicious Spite 5781 says, IOUs. He's giving you IOUs. Are you sure you didn't mean over 4 years old? Not the jerk. This is not how you appreciate a partner. He can discuss his frugality with you if that's the issue, but this is not a sustainable gift-giving ideal for partners. Thoughtful gifts can at least stand in for monetary ones. He can't be bothered with that either. I'm sorry, OP. Go find joy in Christmas with others who value you. Don't shed another tear over this. You absolutely are worth more than an IOU. And Do Paramedic 8532 says, yeah, seriously, an IOU is unbelievable for a grown man. Alright folks, it is tea time. Grab your beverages of choice. I've got some tea right here, and Amber has our very last Jovial Bob sign joke. So make sure you remember the one from yesterday because it's important today.
Reader, that last joke of yours was 2/3 of a pun. Jovial Bob, what do you mean? Reader, P-U.
Yes, P-U indeed. Almost a pun, but just stinks. And I have merry mint today. Merriment? Yes, merriment. Instead of merry mega mint. Mega merriment. Mega merriment. It is. Alright folks, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Happy Merry Monday. Merry Christmas to everyone who celebrates Christmas. I hope you're having a great day so far. Amber, we need some kind of moral advice and or guidance. And please, have it a gem of wisdom about Christmas.
It's not the giving. It's not the getting. It's the loving.
It's the loving. That's it, folks. That's the whole 9 yards. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye.